Is buying an apartment complex a good investment? Is it only for the select few who have a lot of access to capital and who are uber rich? Or can really anybody do it? All that and more coming up. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments in the multifamily CEO system. My greatest passion is helping people create financial freedom through investing in multifamily real estate, and I'd love for you to be our next success story. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 things you need to consider when investing in apartment complexes. And at the end, I'm going to share with you the one thing that makes investing in apartment complexes available to absolutely anyone. Let's get started. The very first reason I love investing in apartment buildings is the fact that it is recession resistant. Doesn't mean it's recession proof. It doesn't mean if the economy takes a dive, it doesn't hit multifamily. It just means that multifamily weathers that storm much, much stronger. I learned this first in 2008, 2009 when we saw the real estate crash. And I realized multifamily real estate weathered that storm really well. Now, did it lose its value like much of the other real estate? Yes. But it didn't lose its cash flow. So I started thinking, why would it weather it so well? Because the truth of the matter is, when we have an economy crash and a lot of people lose their home, it turns a lot of homeowners into renters. And we are owning something that people truly want and need in those times of crisis. So apartment buildings often weather the storm of economic turbulence much better than other asset classes in real estate. So I love investing my money and my investors' money into places that have a lot better chance, if we do see an economic hit, to weather that storm and make sure everybody makes money until the value return. That is a powerful truth about investing in apartments that a lot of other asset classes can't claim. The second reason I love investing in apartment buildings is because of what's called forced appreciation. You may know what appreciation is. That's when a property raises in value. Well, when a banker or an appraiser looks at a multifamily building, especially a building above 5 units, making it commercial, they look at it as a business. What that means is anytime you value a business, you base it on its income. And that's how they base a multifamily building. They base its value on its income. So if you can increase the income, then guess what happens? It increases the value. I call this, you can dictate the speed limit of your appreciation. A lot of single-family home buyers are waiting for the market to tell them their property's worth more money. Well, us as multifamily owners can dictate that speed limit. We can make it worth more money by raising the rents and increasing the income or decreasing the expenses. Anytime we get a better bottom line on our property, meaning when you take the income, you minus out the expenses, that's called your net operating income. When you take your net operating income, the higher that is, the more valuable your property is. You can raise the income the day you get your property, and it can become worth more as soon as you make that happen. So we can force appreciate our properties rather than just waiting for the economy to tell us it's worth more. The third reason I love multifamily real estate investing is that cash on cash return. This is what I call the divine number in multifamily real estate. It's really the number that matters more than any other number. A lot of people talk about the cap rates and they talk about all kinds of numbers. They're important in the discussion, but nothing matters more than your COC, your cash on cash return. It's the most important number in real estate. All cash on cash means is how much money are you making in relationship to how much money you put into the property. Cash on cash return of apartments is really, really good. Now here's what's going to happen. When you first buy an apartment, your cash on cash is going to be pretty low. But when you raise those rents, you're going to see that forced appreciation, and then you're going to either refinance or sell that apartment building, and you're going to experience extremely strong cash on cash numbers. When we bring our investors into a deal and we force appreciate that deal by raising the rents in 2 to 4 years, we either refinance or sell that property, or leveraging other investments that are really risky and not really knowing what the return's going to be. Multifamily is a much more stable investment. Not only is it recession resistant, can we force appreciate, but we also get cash on cash return day one. We start making money right away. It's a very, very important thing to understand when you're talking to your investors, and for you to know of why I believe investing in apartments is an amazing opportunity. Before I go on to the next strategy, if you want to learn more about real estate investing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I give tons of content on our channel of how to invest in real estate no matter your expertise. The fourth major benefit to investing in apartment buildings is the tax benefits. There are so many amazing tax benefits for investing in real estate. A lot of people don't like talking about taxes. Robert Kiyosaki used to say one time, the wealthy understand taxes better than anybody else. And it's really important, and here's why. Taxes are most likely your biggest expense in any business. So understanding how to take advantage of the tax breaks that exist for people that own real estate, we need to make sure we understand them so we can take advantage of them all. The very first big tax break is depreciation. And here's why. On our taxes, we get to write off our building as though it's depreciating in value, when in reality, it's appreciating in value. It's one of the most amazing dichotomies in tax benefit, is you get to write off a property like it's losing money, even though it's continuing to make more money. You can depreciate your property for up to 27 and a half years. But there's a ninja tip that you could partner with a CPA that does cost segregation, and essentially you can speed up that appreciation and depreciate the property as if you depreciated it in 27 years, all the way inside of 10 years. Meaning you can buy a property and act as though it's lost even more money, and it shields you from paying extra tax. I hope you're getting addicted to apartment buildings, because I'm telling you, nothing will change your life more when you've made a lot of money, but because you've tax structured your properties well, you don't have to pay tax on that because you've shielded it under the tax benefits that exist. And the fifth reason I love investing in apartment buildings is due to the multiple streams of income under one footprint of property. I only have to close on one property to get multiple tenants paying me. I only have to close on one loan. I only have to find one broker. I only have to raise money for one deal, and multiple tenants are paying me. I love the scale of apartment buildings. We call this the economy of scale. Any business that can scale easily and scale well has a good economy of scale. And apartments has a powerful economy of scale because you can close on one building and have 10 tenants paying you. That's pretty powerful. But people ask me all the time, Mike, how do I get into apartment buildings? They cost so much money. This is what makes investing in apartment buildings available to anybody. Anybody can start raising private capital and get into deals they couldn't get into on their own. Think about this. If you were to buy a $500,000 building and you had to come up with all the money, you would buy that $500,000 building. But think if you could raise the money for that down payment, and by raising that money, their friends told other friends, and you could continue to grow your investor base. And then essentially, the only thing that stops you from getting into really big multifamily buildings is your ability to raise capital. So as soon as you strengthen that skill, as that skill rises, so do your level of units. It makes multifamily available to literally anyone. Doesn't matter if we're talking about me or you, it's available to all of us if we're willing to put in the work to raise private capital. I also have a free gift for you. I want to give you our multifamily masterclass, which walks through how to bust into multifamily even if you've never done it before. Whether you want to start with a duplex or start with apartment buildings, you can invest in multifamily real estate. And in this masterclass, I tell you exactly how to do it. Go into the description, click that link. I'll see you inside the training.